Hi folks, it's Rich here. Matt, Nan and I would like to say a big thank you for listening. We love recording these episodes and sending them out to your hungry ears. This message is for the adults. We're keen to keep the podcast ad-free. We try putting ads on and we can't guarantee that the ads are kid-friendly, so we'd rather just not put ads on. So if you'd like to support the pod, and if you're able, here's a list of ways you can help us. 1, you could grab a ticket to one of our live shows. 2, you could buy a piece of our merch. We've got new tote bags. 3, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/thelisties. That's all one word, buymeacoffee.com/thelisties. Or 4, and this is probably the best one because it's completely free, just tell your friends. It's time to broadcast on the Cousin Network, the most powerful algorithm known to humankind. Thanks so much and enjoy the show.
The following recording has been rated S for silly. It contains silly sketches, silly sounds, and 2 very silly performers. If you're not silly, please turn off now.
Welcome everybody to the Listies. Make your Lolcast. Sing it, Matt. Sing it.
Lolcast. It's the podcast. It's the podcast. It's the podcast. Not the podcast.
Now, Nan has written a whole bunch of notes for this episode. Matt, we've got to stick to it.
Hang on, this is just a shopping list.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yep.
What do you want plantains for?
I have no idea.
Is that a breakfast thing?
I have no idea what a plantain is.
Look, we've only got 30 seconds according to this.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
My name is Rich and this is Matt.
That's not quite right, but
Isn't it?
It'll do because, according to Nan's notes, we're already way over time.
We're way over time.
Yeah.
What's she guys running off for? Is she busy today?
Yeah, she's just been on the internet and running around, typing. There's steam coming out the side of her laptop.
Wow.
Is that right?
Well, busy Nan is a busy us. So, welcome to you and your ears to listening to the podcast.
Are they clean? We hope so.
We hope so.
Yes. Now, Matt, there's a lot coming up in today's show.
Is there?
We got a fantastic no silly questions from one of our listeners.
I really can't wait to hear the silly question, but also I really can't wait to hear the silly questions theme song, which I have been working on since I found out that it was on this episode 20 seconds ago.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. We've got a great sponsor.
Oh, yep.
I don't know what it is, but I can't wait for it.
Me too.
And I'm going to... There's a classic episode of our lives.
Yes.
And, of course, What?
Can I guess what you're going to say now?
Go on. Yeah, guess.
Is it Richard's Poetry Corner?
Yes, Matt.
Oh, that is everybody's favourite segment in the whole world.
Well, it's definitely 2 people's favourite, which is Tarquin and Moretta. Dingle Dangle is ghosted. I don't know what happened.
Ow.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, okay, good. I told Dingle Dangle to follow us on Threads, and then we haven't posted anything on Threads. So,
what's Threads? Is that just when you knit a message into a jumper?
It's the boring version of Instagram. What is Nan doing? She's got a bunch of squeaky toys.
What are all those squeaky toys for now?
Oh, Nan.
There's like a rubber chicken looking thing.
I don't think it's a good idea for the sound person of a podcast. This is just some constructive feedback, Nan. Just the sound person of a podcast to have like a bunch of frankly zany noise-making apparatus.
Especially a podcast that is serious as this one.
It is.
You know what I mean? But Rich,
poetry's no joke.
Yeah, no, it is not, Rich. Yeah. And having listened to literally every episode of Richard's Poetry Corner where we definitely hear all of the poems that you do.
Yeah, that's good.
Nothing bad ever happens in the middle of them.
I haven't checked. Is that right?
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Sometimes there's a lot of background noise.
No, because you remember how Nan did that podcast recording course on the 30th of February?
Yeah.
So Nan knows what she's doing, mate.
At Peninsula Tape. I thought it was TAFE, but she said tape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Nan knows what she's doing.
I don't know what peninsula it was either. She said it was in Hawaii.
Well, that makes sense for Nan. She's a lady who likes to relax, don't you, Nan?
Okay.
That's a lot of squeaks.
What have you been up to, Matt?
Rich, we did some shows last week, if you're listening to this today, which I am.
I'm listening to it today.
Wow.
I'm listening to you right now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So that means that you and I, last week, did some great shows at the Moonee Ponds Clock Tower.
Yes, that was it was good to see you all.
And there were literally millions of people there.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of billions of millions of people.
The Earth's orbit went wonky because most people were in Moonee Ponds. But there'll be more on orbits later in the pod.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Foreshadowing, that is called.
Is it?
Yep.
Did you do a podcasting course with Nan?
No, but I read her notes, which were largely kind of brochures about fancy hotels in Hawaii. We have got shows coming up, Matt. We've got a show in Parkdale. Which is where I went to high school.
Is it?
Yes.
You went to school?
I went to many schools.
What was the name of the school that you went to?
It was called Parkdale Secondary College. And it was in Parkdale. And it was a secondary college.
Do you want to know where I went to school?
I'm surprised that you did. Where did you go?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Rich, I got to say,
Yes.
the success of last week's new segment,
Yes.
No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answer, the theme song, went so well. Our inbox was full of people sending us silly questions, asking for silly answers.
They're not
and then
supposed
for
to
me
be silly questions. They're supposed to be good. No silly questions, but I think people didn't get the memo because we only got ridiculous questions. So I think we might have to change the segment to there are silly questions and you're the ones asking them.
There are silly questions. Here are some silly answers.
Yes.
But, Rich, that doesn't work with the theme song.
Okay.
Which I have been working on
Okay.
for 34 seconds now since I found out at the beginning of this episode that we were going to do it. So do you want to do that now?
Yeah.
Do you want to do our new segment for the second time, the theme song?
I love all this talk about the structure of the podcast while we're doing the podcast. It's great.
It's
I love
good.
it. Yeah. Nan likes it too.
Good work.
What is that? Chicken leg? Oh, it's a fake one. Okay, go on. It's pretty quiet, but introduction.
Sorry, I had the volume on myself turned down then.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just turn up my own volume.
Okay.
I think this is too loud.
That's too loud!
Okay, sorry, how's that?
Yes, good, perfect.
Here we are with the new theme song for our new segment for the second time, which is called No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers. And it goes like this. There are no silly questions, only silly answers. You can ask a question and get a silly answer. Rich is over there. Listen to him answer a question. Watch him answer a question.
Okay. So
Second verse.
No, there's no need for a second verse on a theme tune. That's one of the universal rules of theme tunes. Hello, welcome to There Are No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers. Let's hear your no silly question.
This question comes from Olivia. Nan, can you play the question?
One squeak for yes.
Hi, my name's Olivia, and I have a question for the listies. If you're an alien on Mars, then you're a Martian. What about if you're an alien on Uranus? Would you be a Uranian? A urination? What is it?
That is not a silly question.
No, it's
Is
not
it?
at all. It's a very good question.
Yeah.
One question I have about Olivia is where does Olivia live? Does she live here or does she live in space?
Oh, she says, I live here.
Ah, she lives here. So she must be an earthling.
Wait, at our house?
An Urshan. Because on Earth, you're called an earthling.
Mm-hmm.
And on Mars, you're called a Martian.
Yes, this is what Olivia has pointed out to us.
Yes.
Yep.
And then other planets, obviously, you're not called an earthling if you're from Uranus.
No, you're not.
If you're from Uranus,
Get ready,
you're
folks.
not called you're definitely not called a urination.
No.
That is not educational.
Rich, I think I'll take this one because I stayed up all night doing lots of research about the planets.
Yes.
And
How did you do the research?
watching television.
Okay.
The same way I do all of my research.
Oh,
Rich.
did you watch Brian Cox's Life of the Planets?
No.
Oh, what did you watch?
The Real Housewives of Uranus?
Is that really a show?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's just start. You've got to get some facts, Matt. It's got to answer the question. Okay. So let's start by researching the planet. So how big do you think the planet is?
Huge.
Really?
Yeah, Uranus is huge, Rich.
Okay.
It's huge.
Can you be a bit more scientific? How big?
Really big.
But how big's big? You got to give us some
Like
context.
as big as one of those Toblerones from the airport.
Oh, that is massive.
They're big.
That's
Yeah.
very big.
What are we talking about again?
Uranus. Okay, look, I knew this was going to happen. No sniggering and laughing, okay? It's the name of a planet.
I know
And
that. Rich.
I just want to nip this in the bud straight away.
Nip what in the bud?
Uranus jokes.
Yep. No,
Okay?
I don't think we should nip Uranus in the bud, Rich. That sounds painful.
This segment, can I just clarify? This segment is an answer to the question, and it's about the planet, which just happens to be called Uranus.
Yes.
Okay.
Who decided on that name?
Astronomers. Okay. So, you got any laughing about that?
No, it's just a fact.
Okay.
And I'm keen to hear more facts
Okay,
about
well,
the solar system.
Okay. Well, there's a whole bunch of other planets. There's Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter.
Leslie 1, Leslie 2, Leslie 3, Leslie 4, Leslie 5.
Is that what the asteroids are called?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there is a fact. According to NASA, Uranus has a unique tilt to it.
Does it?
Yes, Uranus has a tilt that's different to all the other planets' tilts.
Well, I'm not surprised to hear that, Rich, because sometimes I sit lopsided on a chair.
Okay. Uranus has 27 moons.
Does it?
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of moons. That's
Okay.
a lot of mooning.
Okay, can you keep it planetary, please?
Okay,
Do you know any facts?
Bluey is not from Uranus.
No.
Or Bingo.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
Although-
Elsa from Frozen.
Although Uranus is blue.
Is it?
And it rains diamonds.
Does it?
It does. And
Uranus rains diamonds.
It does indeed.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I think that's actually the name of the next Beyonce album. So did you know
That's
that...
the Rihanna album we've been waiting to hear.
Okay. Did you know that Uranus has 13 faint rings?
Does it?
They're very faint.
Uranus has faint rings.
Very faint.
How would you see them?
How would you see them? Well, you'd have to get up really, really close to Uranus and just see if you could see the faint rings because they're so faint.
This is so...
Jupiter, you could see it, but Uranus, very faint.
Yep. This is so educational.
Why are you going so red? It's
I
like
don't know.
you're laughing every single time I say Uranus has faint rings.
Yep.
Okay. It's full of methane and other gases. That's true.
Yeah, no, it's true. I just thought of something funny, that's all.
Okay.
I thought of Nan and I. It's a joke that Nan and I had.
You can stop laughing too, Nan. Keep it planetary, everyone.
Keeping
all right?
it planetary.
Now, Uranus is very cold. Extremely cold.
Yep.
They call Uranus the ice giant because it's so cold. Did you know how cold it is, Matt?
Like as cold as a park bench in Hobart in winter?
Yeah, probably even a bit colder, but that is pretty cold. Well done, Matt. You kept it very, very mature.
Thank you.
All the way through that. And that was, there are no silly questions.
Rich, can
only
I just
stupid
say-
answers. What?
It was a real pleasure hearing about Uranus.
Okay. There are no silly questions, only silly answers.
There are no silly questions, only silly answers. No question silly, but there are answers, and you can get there if you have a car.
Thank you, Olivia. So
Second verse.
No, there's no second verse. Now, if you enjoyed that segment and you have your own question you want to ask us, you can do that by recording it on a phone or a gramophone.
Yeah, and sending it to hello@thelisties.com, and then Nan will play it on the podcast. We will listen to it and answer your questions, and I will sing the theme song, which goes like this. There are no silly
Okay, we don't
questions,
need a theme
only
song.
silly answers.
Third
No
time.
question silly. Ninth verse.
No ninth verse. Thank you, Olivia, for sending that in. Send in your silly question. If you don't want to record it, you can also just send us an email at hello@thelisties.com. Thank you.
Correct.
That was almost educational. That was as educational as we've ever been.
I think so. And do you know what else is educational, Rich?
What?
When we tell people about where our shows are going to be soon.
Oh, wow. Segue.
Thank you. We are going to be on the road.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing our show Make Some Noise on a world tour
A whirlwind tour.
of Australia and some bits of the UK.
Now, this is not in order.
Yep.
It's going to be in Tamworth.
Correct.
Warrigal.
Wow.
Werribee.
Yeah.
Where we be?
Where we be?
In Werribee. Now, we're going to be in Nowra. We're going to park in Parkdale. We're going to get Frank in Frankston. We're going to wear wool in,
Wollongong.
yes, to infinity. And
Geelong.
we're going to knock on the door in
Cessnock.
Cessnock. We're going to pronounce it Pran in Pran. We're going to see the port in Portland. And we are going to eat some shepherd's pie in...
Shepparton.
I was going to say in Parkdale, but,
Oh, okay.
but Shepparton.
No, but
as
we're
well.
also going to
We
Shepparton
are,
to do
we
shows.
also.
If you want to find out more about where our shows are going to be, you can go to our website, which is www.thelisties.forward/. Where do the listies tour.com.
.ca, which I recently found out is Canada.
Ah!
Did you know that?
Did not.
Thank you also to all those people that have been sending us some jokes.
Yeah.
Audience in a can, do you want to hear some jokes?
Okay.
Oh, they're a good bunch, aren't they?
Rich, this joke comes from Ned and Gabby. Hello, listies. Me and my sister are very big fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be useful in summer.
Yeah, does that mean they live on the ceiling and spin around?
Hope so.
Oh, good.
Go on.
We are very big fans, and we're such big fans, we've decided to give you a joke.
Okay.
Here we go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Lettuce.
Let us who?
Let us be on your show. That's good, isn't it?
Boom! I
Boom.
love it. Well, you just were. Thank you for sending in the joke.
I like that joke. It's very good. Thank you.
Yes. Do we have
Ned
it?
and Gabby.
Do we want to hear one more? I'll take that as a yes.
This is a good joke, Rich.
Yeah.
It was left by somebody who didn't leave their name.
Oh, anonymous
Either that
joke.
or Nan didn't attach it to the spreadsheet.
That's possible.
Why do ducks have feathers?
I don't know.
To cover their butt quacks.
Oh! That's rude.
That's good, isn't it?
No wonder they left their name off. They don't want to get in trouble with the police. That's terrible. They're butt quack. Oh, my goodness.
It's very good. That this has been a very butt quack heavy show with all of that stuff about
the planet called Uranus. Matt, it's just the name of a planet. Get over it.
I don't know how science works.
All right. This is your fault, Olivia.
Now,
You
Rich,
started it. Yeah, what?
do you want to hear about this week's sponsor?
Do I ever? Yes, that's a yes.
So, a very, very smart human being in the world whose name is Harrison has reached out across the internet
Yes.
to find us a sponsor for the show.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
We outsourced it. This is such a good idea because
Yeah.
our sponsors, frankly, are just so bad.
Well, you're going to be so excited because it's called Spotify.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
Spotify, that's big everywhere, apart from in France where they listen to Deezer, but everywhere else is Spotify. Yeah.
Sorry, Rich, I just
Spotify,
want-
you have it on your phone, on the computer. It's in the ether. I don't know how it works, but it's great. It just, music just pours out of there. Bluetooth speakers is so good.
I'm just going to stop you there.
What? Why?
So what did you...
Spotify, the green app.
No, Rich, it's better than that. It's
Why?
much better than Spotify.
What's better? Is it Spotify Plus or Spotify Gold? Or
No, it's Spotify.
Spotify. You're not saying it right, Matt. It's pronounced Spotify. Spotify.
No, it's Spotify. It's like a place where flies go to listen to music.
What?
Yeah. Good luck, Rich.
Do you have two wings and you like buzzing around? You used to be a maggot, but now you just love poo? Well, you're probably a fly like me. Now, flies, we buzz all the time, but when we like to relax, we've got to listen to music. There's no better place to do that than on Spotify. That's right. Spotify is similar to, but legally distinct from, Spotify, which is a human version. You can listen to songs like Come Fly With Me, I'll Fly Away. You can listen to Spotify when you're flying, when you're ruining a picnic, when you're caught in between a fly net and a window, while you're waiting for a spider to eat you. There's so many places that you can listen to Spotify. Spotify! Sign up today.
Wow.
Pretty specific market.
I wonder what they'll send us, Rich. Do you think we'll
It's
get...
probably going to be gross.
So, Nan, will you let us know when Spotify send us something later? And I really hope that it doesn't happen during Richard's Poetry Corner.
Oh,
now,
me too.
A lot of people have been asking us, Rich,
Who's been asking you?
a dog on the street.
Who else?
A nun in a dream I had. They ask us,
Go on.
where do you come up with your inspiration for the podcast?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about my poems. But yeah, what do you say?
I say, well, Rich and I have been listening to podcasts for a long time.
Yeah.
And it made me think of this episode of our lives.
Oh, you were doing an intro. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like this thing where you talk about the thing that you're going to do in a way that's sort of a bit like, well, what are they talking about? And then you do it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I do.
We've got to get better at that. Just press play, Nan. Stop squeaking.
I'm still wide awake.
Well, should we listen to a podcast or something?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Put one on.
Oh, here's a good one.
And now, 67 minutes of screaming.
Oh, absolutely not, Matt.
Oh, I was almost asleep then.
Put another one on.
Okay, this one.
Hello and welcome to How to Be Annoying. This week, clicking sounds with your tongue.
What? Oh, this is so annoying.
Shh, I'm learning.
Oh, Matt, I can't listen to this.
Coming up next, pen clicking.
I have to get a pen.
Matt, this is driving me nuts.
This is good.
I can't listen to this. It's waking me up.
In combination.
No, this is far too annoying, Matt. We're definitely not listening to this. Come on, I'm putting on another one.
G'day and welcome to This Australian Live.
Nah.
This week on Serial, I'll be eating Weet-Bix.
I don't want to listen to someone eating for half an hour. What else you got?
Hello and welcome to Words That Don't Exist. Splonk doink. Scrank. Binkatonk. Blistle.
Lamb crowd.
Fout.
Rugitoy.
Jingle splank.
Slanky dinky.
Blanket.
Bonka chuka.
Frap.
Time monitor.
Dong dong. Diggly dang.
Incarnabula.
Correspond ranks.
I'm not listening to this, codswallop.
Stinkledank.
Oh, I know. I've got the perfect one.
Hello and welcome to Slightly Interesting Things. I'm Belvin Mag. Shh. This week we're talking about crumbs. Where do they come from? Why are they always in your bed? And most of all, who invented them? To answer these questions about crumbs, we're joined by Mary My Teeth Are Big, Professor of Cheese and Biscuits at La-di-da College, London.
Hello.
Bartholomew Nodoff, Lecturer in Midnight Snack Theory at Poshton College, Oxford.
I'm sitting in a chair.
And Simon Dustybeard, Fellow in Sleep Studies, Boring Thought College in Bedfordshire. Wake up, Simon.
Sorry.
Ugh, this is boring.
That's the idea, Matt. It sends you off to sleep. It's nice and boring.
Yeah, but isn't it dangerous to be bored?
What? Why?
What, haven't you ever heard the phrase die of boredom?
No, Matt, that's just a saying.
A saying?
Yeah, it's not literally true. You don't actually die of boredom. It's just like a thing people say, like it's the thought that counts.
What about that movie?
What movie?
This one.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back to school.
Hello, welcome to Show and Tell. I have a collection of pen lids. Is she okay? Oh no!
A completely true story based on actual events, sort of.
Students, today we're going to learn the history of the coaster. Oh no. Then we have handwriting practice. Oh no. And PE for 3 hours.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. He was okay and then he just fell flat onto the classroom floor. It's almost like he was bored to death.
Just when you thought the tedium couldn't get any more tedious.
Today, we're going to talk about explosions. Yes! The explosions of joy I have when I explain long division.
Die of boredom. Coming soon to a school near you. Rated D for dull.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah.
Do you remember that?
That's a good movie.
Matt, I just glad that we don't have to listen to 67 minutes of screaming again. Because, does anyone ever really want to hear that?
Do you know that I do? Do you know that they made a season 4 of that? They're up to season 4.
What's that called?
It's called 152 Minutes of Screaming.
Oh, yeah.
And if you sign up to the Patreon, you get yelling as well, which is good.
I thought maybe you got a few more minutes of screaming.
Oh yeah, you get bonus screaming content.
You get behind the scenes screaming.
Yeah, you do.
You get the guy going before he screams.
Oh, that's good. You get the breaths, the intakes of the breaths and the...
Now, Matt, can I make a prediction?
Yep.
I'm going to guess there's absolutely no corrections this week because I reckon last episode was so factually correct.
I think so,
that
yeah.
we just
I
would have had no legal
It is not
cease and
possible
desist letters.
that we got anything wrong in last week's episode.
Generally?
Good work, us.
Oh.
Wait, what's that music?
Nah, it's the corrections mute.
Oh, what?
What's this?
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Nan.
Thanks, Nan.
Okay, we do have some. If you've never listened to the podcast before, we sometimes get things wrong, so we have to issue some corrections.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Stuff we said last time.
Yep.
Wasn't right.
Okay, here we go. You can't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge a book by its font.
That's true.
That's true, isn't
Very
it?
true,
Yeah,
actually. Looking at you, Bembo.
yeah.
That's the name of a font. The University of Dunedoo will not be offering a subject called farts and crafts. That
Okay,
was definitely
that's true.
you would have said that.
The new British Prime Minister will not be decided by a snap season of Strictly Come Dancing.
That's a shame because I would watch that.
100% would watch.
It's pronounced basketball, not bally-blubby-doodah. Oh, you must have said that. I don't remember that.
Well, apparently we said it. Why would that go in?
Oh, there's one more actually, Matt, for the warthogs listening, which is just... So apologies to any warthogs.
Any offence that we have caused. We are very sorry that happened on last week's episode.
That's right.
Wow, that's the corrections done. Rich, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just do a quick introduction to this segment, which is called Richard's Poetry Corner.
Yes.
And it's about Richard, and he does poetry in a corner.
Or it doesn't have to be. I could do it in a corridor, a stairwell.
No.
Even just next to a cupboard.
But it can't be that because I've already made up the theme song to Richard's Poetry Corner.
I didn't realise it had theme tune.
Yeah,
I forgot
it
about
does. It goes, no silly questions, only silly answers. Richard's Poetry Corner, that's the next segment. You can go there and listen to it. Second verse.
No, second verse, Matt. Can I just say that was a bit too similar to the other one?
You can just say it, but I won't believe it.
This is called... I'm going to go straight into it, Matt, so you can't be interrupted by anything.
Okay, Nan, are you ready? You got the volume set? Yep. No, you're not expecting any deliveries of anything from the Spotify people? They're not going to come now?
Okay. You're right. I'm trying to read poetry here.
Okay, sorry.
Got to get my notebooks.
Good luck.
Yeah, okay. This one is called A List of Magic Things. It's pretty whimsical.
That's great.
Thanks. A List of Magical Things by Rich. Magic eye. Magic pie. Magic fly.
What's that noise?
I don't know.
Why is it, what's noise in
Can
here?
you keep the fly away from me?
Okay, Nan. Oh,
Magic cry. Magic tooth.
what's that, Nan?
Magic.
Oh, we got our delivery from Spotify. Look, Rich,
Magic
it is.
eye,
It's flies.
magic pie.
That's good, isn't it?
There's flies!
Yeah.
There's too many flies!
Wow. Come on in, everybody.
Oh, it's disgusting!
Come into the poetry corner.
I just went in my mouth.
Yeah, Rich, keep going with your poem. They love it.
Oh, get him out, man. Open the window. I hate Spotify. The Listies Make You Lolcast is recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. If you've enjoyed the podcast, why not leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcasts and can review them. It really helps. Thank you. No flies were heard in the recording of this podcast. Apart from the one Rich accidentally ate. It's gross! We're right in my mouth!
Are you right, mate? Do you want a banana? I think that was a good episode of Richard's Poetry Corner.
It had more poetry than a lot of them have, if I'm honest.
You nailed it.
Okay, thank you.